next guest is also a newbie with me. I have with me Nisa Ford, and she's an attorney. She's also a legal coach and the owner of Legal Resolution. Welcome to the show. I want you to tell everybody first a little bit about yourself and then what you do.
Good afternoon. My name is Nisa Ford, and I am a lawyer working as a legal coach through my business, Legal Resolutions. We primarily handle family law cases. I am a proud mom of two. Both boys one's actually in Navy boot camp right now, and one just made it through. So I am like,
congratulations, Mom. That's really awesome. So you do family law, right?
Correct.
Now, first I want to talk also a little bit about, can somebody do their own case if they wanted to on their own?
Yes. Family law is actually one of the areas of law where most of the litigants don't have an attorney. That can be good and bad. It's good in that if they know what to do, then they're definitely able to represent themselves. Unfortunately, sometimes they just don't have the information, and that's where my firm comes in.
Well, let me tell you something, what I think. I think a lot of people think they know more than they do.
Yes.
And I think that's where the problem comes in. They also think that they rely on Google too much for their, to get their information. So how does a legal coach differ than from hiring, let's say, a full service legal firm?
So what we do as coaches is we explain, well, first of all, when we start our legal sessions, we will do an assessment. So we get information from them where they are in their process of the case. It could be the beginning, it could be the middle, it could be close to the end. And then after we do the assessment, then we go through each step that they should take next. So we give them detailed information about legal procedure, and then also we have a legal strategy for them to follow.
So when they go onto your website, which is what you want them to do, you don't call them, you go right to their website. It's AZ Legal Resolutions with an S.
Yes.
.com, and you can make a actual appointment right from there. And if you book and through the end of December onto their website, you'll get 10% off the fee. Is that correct?
Yes, using the promo code Radio Show.
Radio Show. Again, put this number in your phone. Let me just tell you something, folks. The holidays are around the corner. Emotions are high right now, right? A lot of times people do end up kind of getting into situations. Sometimes they wait, sometimes they don't. So put this information into your phone. It's AZ Legal Resolutions with an S. And again, if you do put Radio Show into the booking, you will get 10% off. Okay, let's go back to some of these questions. So what kind of family law cases can you help with? And are there any cases that are not suitable then for coaching?
Yes, we handle...
Mine? No, okay. That was a long time ago.
Divorce, paternity, if someone has issues with child custody, child support is a biggie that comes up a lot that we help with. The ones that are typically not suitable are going to be the high net worth divorces, but they're not coming to me anyway because the people who need me, they need affordable legal options, and those are usually not those people. Also, we do not assist with cases with DCS, which is formerly CPS. That is a different court that most people get confused about. So most states, the courts, the family court and what we call the juvenile court are combined. In Arizona, they are separate. So if you have like a child delinquency issue, or a parent has lost their child and DCS is involved, unfortunately, we do not handle those types of cases.
If you are looking for affordable representation to learn, right, it's to learn what to do.
Yeah,
correct?
so we teach them what to do. So a lot of times Google is incorrect, and so we're giving them that knowledge, that step by step. So if the other person has an attorney, then they can advocate for themselves and they can be effective.
So then who does the paper filing and all of that kind of thing?
So we do offer a document preparation services where we can help them draft the documents, but ultimately they will file their own documents and do that, but we will give them detailed instructions on how to get that done.
If you have questions in any way about your divorce, I think the best thing to do is go up onto the website, check it out all out there, and then what you can do is you can book your time with them, and if you do book and put in radio show, they will give you 10% off through now until December 31st. The website is azlegalresolutions.com. I do want to say something too. If your spouse has said you don't need an attorney,
You need it. You need some
well,
help.
you need some. What you need
Yeah.
is you need to get the right answers. I think that's what, not necessarily the attorney, because that's where you can say no, you may not. But you know what? You need to know you're getting the right information to make the right choices and to know what to process to do. I think that's the main thing.
And I also want to say, don't always listen to family and friends. They've gone through their own divorce. Everyone's case is unique. And a lot of times we're finding that the people are messing up their own cases because they're getting information from families and family members and friends who are they're not attorneys.
They're also checking out Google anyway.
Yes.
So they think they know. I will say this too. I want to ask you, how does somebody know whether they're getting the right advice from you and strategies to do? How do they know?
I've been doing this for over a decade, and also this is my second career. So with my background in customer service, I used to be a liability rep for major insurance companies, worked with other attorneys, and I also have some volunteer work with the court where I do other things. So I'm up on education, and I've represented a lot of people and have a great track record.
So again, go up onto the website. It's AZ Legal Resolutions with an S, and mostly family law.
Yes.
We want to make sure that people understand that.
Correct. It's family law. We do also do adoption, but most of our work is family law.
And so how does legal coaching, which I love what you do, let me tell you, I only wish I had that, right? Because if I did, I know so much would have been so different.
Yes.
For sure. And please, I'm imploring anyone who is going through this, if you have any kind of questions whatsoever, go up onto the website and check it out. Don't go to Google. We said it earlier. Please don't. Please get yourself some good information, and this is where you can find it. azlegalresolutions is with an S.com. So how do you save people by being a legal coach?
So the firm used to be a traditional firm, and I think the lowest deposit that we have is like $4,000. I billed at $400 an hour. So by being a legal coach, our sessions are about $100 for 50 minutes. And so someone can book as much as they need. So they can come in if they're just contemplating getting divorced. They come in, we can do an assessment for them. Sometimes it's cheaper to keep her. So they can make that decision. And we found that if someone uses our services from beginning to end, depending on what they do, they're looking, it could be as a couple $100 versus on average we were over $10,000 for divorce.
Oh gosh, yeah. If you're going through an attorney, it could be quite a bit of money, and it also drawn out. That's
Yes.
another thing. Now, I want to also make sure that they understand that, and maybe you do this, and I should ask that way. Mediation is different than coaching, correct? I want you to explain that.
Okay, and we do also offer mediation
That's good.
services.
That's why I asked. Go ahead.
Yes, so coaching is helping an individual walk them through their own case, and then mediation is when we have at least two parties, and our attorney is working as a mediator to help them get their situation resolved.
Without an attorney.
Correct.
So
Well,
you can.
Yes.
Not necessarily.
Correct.
Okay.
But the good thing about being a family law attorney, helping them through their mediation, is we understand the law, so we're not going to suggest anything that would be, adverse to current law.
Some people don't even know that exists, that mediation does exist. But I also love the fact that that you have the coaching and that it's separate, so you do have it there in case somebody wants it. It would be nice if the two parties can come together, and it happens a lot.
It does
right?
happen. So we do have people who come to us together, and we'll draft documents for them so they can actually get divorced together. And as of this coming year, they're actually reducing the fee, the court's reducing the fee to encourage people to have an amicable divorce.
Well, isn't that nice for them to do
Yes,
that?
it is.
One question that I have to ask you, are there any new laws that are going to be coming up that people need to be aware of, that they might want to make sure that they check before they even go through something like this?
That's a hard thing to say. Most of the issues are gonna be procedure, and the court's always changing procedures in order to be the most efficient. And so there are sometimes unwritten rules for certain courts, and that's why it's important to have an attorney walk you through them, because you may not know, you might file a motion and don't know why it didn't get heard.
The other thing that's really important that she said, that sometimes people come to her way at the beginning, maybe even before,
Yes.
right? So that's a really good time to do it, I think. In the middle or even near the end. Now, again, I want you to reiterate that about the paperwork and the things that you have services for, that you offer, but that's separate, right?
Yes.
Again, you can check them out on their website, and if you are contemplating this in any way, please get the right information for yourself. That is the first and foremost best thing that you can do for yourself. And if you put in radio show and book with them through December, you're getting 10% off. Go to azlegalresolutions is with an S.com.
Awesome.